Joined now by Shae Naka after the West Kelowna Warriors win the interior division with a big win over Penticton in Game 6. And Shae, your team gets out to a 2-0 lead in the first period, and I thought really just energized by the huge crowd that was on hand tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting for our guys to play in front of a crowd like that. They were loud from start to finish, and we kind of got a couple lucky goals probably in the first period and maybe didn't deserve to be up 2-0, but certainly we took it going into the dressing room.
Able to get that third goal on the power play, and then what turned out to be a lengthy delay, it seemed I thought maybe slowed down your momentum in the hockey game, gave Penticton some time to regroup, and they definitely brought it forward from that point on.
Yeah, maybe that's the case. Now at this point you have to kind of forget about that, but yeah, certainly there was a bit of a delay there right when we had a little bit of momentum, but you can't let those things bother you. I thought we were still pretty good, and then we got into some penalty trouble, and they were able to get one and get closer in the game.
You guys get an empty net goal with like 4.5 minutes remaining. Everyone in the press box a little bit stunned. Of course, Patrick Waugh does it all the time in the NHL, but you almost have to do it in that situation for Penticton. And you guys get that goal, and everyone in the building thinks that the Warriors have it won. But obviously, there's a lot of proud players over there on that Penticton side.
Yeah, certainly. Their season was on the line, and they threw everything at us to try and tie the game up, as they should. We were fortunate to get an empty netter, and then we probably sat back a little bit too much after that, and they got skilled guys, and when you sit back and take your foot off the pedal, they put pucks in your net. That's what they do. So we laid back a little bit after getting that fourth goal, and they certainly capitalized.
Matthew Greenfield makes maybe the best save of the season. That'll never be seen by anybody from what I understand. No video angle on it, just due to the way the building is configured here in West Kelowna. But talk about that save when Nick Jones thinks he's got a hat trick and has this game tied going to overtime.
Yeah, not enough can be said about the way Matt's played all series, and it just seems fitting that maybe he puts the stamp at the end of the series. Not enough can be said about the way he's played, especially in the last 5 games of this series.
Talk about the shot blocking from your hockey club. It's been noticed all through this series, but the last 4 games especially. Kyler Hope sells out, needs to be pushed off the ice by a couple of his teammates, and then the Warriors able to get a couple of blocks late in front of Greenfield too.
I think that's just what it takes to beat a team like that. Hats off to them. That was an incredible series. There was nothing to choose between the two teams in almost every single game. They've had an incredible season, seasons that coaches dream of, to have a season like they've had, and the run they've had over the last couple of years. And I think we have a veteran group, and they understood that was what it took to knock them off the top. And, they put everything out there, and they were rewarded for it.
When you look forward now, obviously you guys probably haven't even looked any far forward, but it's Tuesday night in Chilliwack is Game 1 of the BCHL round robin. We won't get into the details of how that all works. It's a little confusing, but I guess you guys get back to work, or is it a day off maybe for Easter with your families to be able to get ready to be in that final 3?
I think we need to regroup real quick here. Obviously this is going to be a huge high for our players. We probably need to come back in tomorrow, regroup, reset, and get ready for the next test. I haven't really looked that far ahead, to be honest. This was a huge test for us, and we're fortunate to come out on the other side. So we'll regroup tomorrow, get right back at it, and prepare for what's next.
Thanks, Shae.
Thanks, Kyle.
Joined now by Captain Kyle Marino after what's been a very emotional night, back and forth at the very end. But Kyle, talk about the start for your hockey club. Just seemed like the fans and the energy in the building really, pushed you guys forward early on.
Yeah, I think we did exactly what we wanted to do tonight. We came out of the gates hot, and we knew they were going to come hard, and we just wanted to come a little bit harder than them and just kind of weather the storm. And we ended up putting up a couple on the board, and it really helped our game in the first part of the game.
When you look at a 3-0 lead, there's a bit of a delay. Did that seem to suck the momentum out of your team a little bit? I think that it allowed the Vees to regroup, but was that sort of what you guys felt maybe on your bench a bit?
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. I think, that kind of stoppage in the game, we were kind of rolling at that point, and I don't know if you want to look at it as a turning point or whatever, but I think, we played hard all game, and we really deserved that win.
Garrett Forster gets the goal into an empty net, and everyone in the building, I think, except the Penticton Vees, think this game is over. But I guess you have to give hats off to a really good group over there in the Penticton locker room who gave it their all there at the end.
Well, yeah, obviously, I mean, they threw 6 of the top players in our league on the ice, you know what I mean, and they were just coming, and they were playing for their lives, and we just kind of hung on for the ride and just tried to do what we can to just get that win at the end of the night.
Matthew Greenfield with maybe the best save in the world that I've seen to finish off a game like that and to keep it out. Let's talk about what he's meant, especially in this series.
He's the reason we're here, honestly. No matter how good we play, that kid gives us a chance to win every night, and we really got to give credit to him. And it was a good team win, but he's the backbone of our team.
When you look ahead now, obviously a huge high in the locker room right now. Everyone's excited, everyone's happy. Maybe some people don't even know exactly what's next, but you got to get ready for Chilliwack on Tuesday night. And again, is it maybe just a chance to ride some momentum into that game?
No, absolutely. I think we're playing the best hockey of the year right now, and we're healthy, and we're just going to keep it going as long as we can.
Kyle, Interior Division champions, how does that sound?
It's awesome. That's best.
Kyle, thanks for this,
Appreciate
and
it.
congratulations again.
Absolutely, thanks.